Just imagine that you're outside and you're doing some yard work, and you come across the snake in this picture. Some of you may try to kill the snake, and others may attempt to run. What if I told you that this is the most poisonous snake in all of Florida, and it currently calls Southwest Florida its home? This is the eastern diamondback rattlesnake. According to Dr. Stephen Johnson from the University of Florida's Department of Ecology and Conservation, on his website, published May 2012, you are more likely to die from a spider bite than a snake bite. And although I can handle my pet tarantula with no problems, there's something about a snake that really just creeps me out. I have extensively researched venomous snakes and consulted sources such as the University of Florida's Ecology and Conservation Department, and also the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention websites. Venomous snakes in Florida have distinguished characteristics, and it's important to know what symptoms to look for if one is bitten, and also what to do afterwards. Together, we will review 4 venomous snakes in Southwest Florida and how to identify them. We will also discuss the health risks that one is posed to if bitten and what to do if you are. Let's begin with identification. Out of the 46 species of snakes in Florida, only 4 of them are venomous in Southwest Florida. Do you like to go golfing? Well, guess what? Dr. Johnson says that the eastern diamondback rattlesnake lives mostly in dry forested habitats, which can include our Florida golf courses. Named from its diamond shapes along its back, the snake is about 2 to 3 feet long, and it has tan, brown, or gray bodies with a rattle at the end. Don't let that fool you though, because it can strike without warning. It is often confused for the timber rattlesnake, which is another type of venomous snake that is currently in the panhandle of Florida. Do you like to go fishing or swimming? Well, guess what? Dr. Johnson says that the cottonmouth or water moccasin can also be found in canals, rivers, and ponds because it prefers aquatic habitats. It's named for its cotton white interior of its mouth, typically about 2 to 3 feet long, and it can be banded and range in reddish brown to a darker gray brown, but it is also known to be solid black. It can also easily be distinguished because you cannot see its eyes when looking at it from above, so you will likely not mistaken it for another type of snake. Are you gardening this weekend? Well, according to the Florida Museum published by Dr. Coleman Sheehy with the University of Florida in January 2018, pygmy rattlesnakes are the most commonly encountered venomous snake in urbanized areas. In the wild, it lives in upland forests, flatwoods, or marshes, and it is the smallest venomous snake, and it is about 1 to 1.5 feet long. It has thick grayish bodies with irregular blotches that can be gray or black. It is occasionally confused for the eastern and southern hognose snake. Do you plan on raking leaves? Well, Dr. Sheehy says that the coral snakes prefer to be hidden in rotting logs or compost piles. You oftentimes will not see these snakes because they are very secretive. They have wide yellow, red, and black bands that encircle their entire body. Just remember this phrase: if red touches yellow, it can kill a fellow. This snake is commonly mistaken for the harmless scarlet king snake, but remember this phrase as well: if red touches black, it is a friend of Jack. Now that we've discussed identification, let's talk about symptoms of snake bites. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention website, in an article entitled Venomous Snakes, some symptoms to watch out for are redness, swelling, severe pain at the bite site, disturbed vision, increased salivation, and sweating. You can also notice numbness around the face and limbs, vomiting, and in extreme cases, labored breathing, which can lead to respiratory failure, which can ultimately lead to death. Now that we know its symptoms, let's discuss the do's and don'ts. The CDC's first recommendation is to obviously seek medical attention immediately. They also recommend that you remain calm, as this will slow the spread of the venom. They also recommend that you lie down with your bite below the level of the heart, gently wash the area with soap and water, and cover with a dry dressing. The CDC recommends that you do not apply a tourniquet, that you also do not suck the venom out. Do not slash the area with a knife, immerse the wound in water, or apply ice. Do not also drink any alcoholic or caffeinated beverages, as this will increase your heart rate, which can also increase the spread of venom. Most importantly, do not try to pick up or trap the snake, because this may likely lead you to get bitten again. You now know more about the venomous snakes in Florida and repercussions if you are bitten. We have discussed how to identify the 4 species of venomous snakes in Southwest Florida, symptoms of being bitten, and what to do and not to do if you are bitten. Hopefully, we have all learned more about venomous snakes in Southwest Florida. I know that learning this has helped my fears, And after all, we can rest at ease knowing that out of the 46 species in Florida, only 4 of them are venomous in our area.